Hello, my name is Chloe, welcome to my channel. Today I'm bringing to you my Owls TBR. The Owls Readathon is hosted by G from Book Roast, and first of all I just want to say a massive thank you to her for all of the hard work she's put into this. It's crazy, the printouts I've got and all the planning must have taken her forever. I did participate in the Christmas at Hogwarts Readathon, which was another of hers, but this is the first time I'm doing the Owls exams readathon, so it is something quite new for me. It's quite intense, really. It runs from the whole of April, so yeah, it's a bit of an intense readathon, but I'm very much looking forward to it. So first things first, we have our Wizarding Careers Guidebook. The work in this is just insane. I did actually run a poll on Twitter because I didn't know what I wanted to do as a career, and I ended up getting one I didn't want in the end. I think it was Aura, and I changed my mind. It's actually quite hard to show because I have stapled this together, but I'm going to be doing the Hogwarts Professor career. There's a lot of information on here. I will have to just link G's video so you can find all these files, because even if you're not taking part, I think you should give them a read. They're so impressive. But it says the key skills for Hogwarts Professor are patience, authority, dedication, sense of responsibility, and humour, which I hadn't actually read before that, but you know, I kind of enjoy that. So to be a Hogwarts Professor, you have to pass 7 owls in total, and one in the subject you want to teach, Defence Against the Dark Arts, and any 5 other subjects. So I've decided to be a Charms Professor. I love Professor Flitwick, so you know, I'm going to try and be another one of him. But yeah, I just think the amount of work that's gone into this is crazy. So aside from that, we have our letter from Professor McGonagall to tell us about when the exams are running. And on the back of this are the advised revision topics. So which subjects, which prompts go for which subjects. So what I'm going to do is first read the ones that I'm going to do for Charms Professor, and then I have picked books for the other prompts in case I do get a chance to read 12 books. I did 13 last month. I think I'm only on about 6 this month, so it'll be a bit of a push because I do have a lot on. But you know, for this, I'm going to read a lot. As I said, I'm going to be a Charms Professor, so for that you have to read an adult work. And I have gone through Falling Through Clouds by Anna Chilvers. I'll link my massive unboxing above, where I got like 80 adult books. But I've decided I was going to try and read books that I do have available to me, rather than go out and buy any more books. So this is one of the ones that's been sat on the shelves from then. It's about a girl called Kat, who is a 22-year-old student returning home to Devon for the summer holidays, and she meets Gavin on the train. Not my cup of tea, but as I said, I didn't want to buy any more books. This was an adult one that I do have, and would like to get rid of, but would also like to read, if that makes sense. I'm going to read it to then get rid of it. But it sounds okay. It doesn't sound too far away from my comfort zone. And then for Defence Against the Dark Arts, you have to read a book starting with the letter R. I have one book starting with the letter R that I can find, and that is Rubbernecker by Belinda Bauer. This was also in my massive unboxing, so it is another adult work. And this, it says, Patrick doesn't see things the way normal people see things. I'm going to sneeze. Right, we're back with it. But this says that it's about a guy called Patrick who is a medical student with Asperger's. It sounds interesting again. It's one of those that I want to get read so I can unhaul, because I think getting rid of them I still want to read them, but I'm not going to be very upset if I don't like it, if that makes sense. So both of those books were from my massive unboxing, and they fill the prompts that I have to do to be a Charms Professor. Now, I've picked a couple of prompts. I'm pretty set on these because they are books I want to get to, but we will see when April actually rolls around. The first one being Potions, which is to read a book that's not the first in a series. I have gone for Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire by J.K. Rowling. As with every month, I'm rereading the Harry Potter books with some lovely people over here. And yeah, so April is book number 4. Does mean I've got a chunky book in for the readathon, but I do really want to get to it anyway. I have to get to it in April, otherwise I let them down. So this is my potions book. The next subject I've decided to go for is Ancient Runes, which is to read a retelling, and I have gone for a book I found in my library, which is The Surface Breaks by Louise O'Neill. This is a retelling of The Little Mermaid, and I am so excited to read it. It's taking everything for me not to pick it up now and wait till April, so this might be the first book I read, to be honest. But apart from the fact it's a Little Mermaid retelling, I don't know anything else about it. I've heard some good things, but that's it. I've gone for Astronomy, which is to read a book with the word star in the title. I don't know whether I've pushed the prompt a little bit or if this would count, because I've gone for Starry Eyes by Jen Bennett. This was sent to me by the lovely Brittany from the Neverending Reader. She loved it, so I think I'm going to love it too. It is just a contemporary book about going camping in America, is pretty much all I've got for it, and some difficult friendships. But yeah, this is my star in the title. I think starry, it counts. I think it counts. So yeah, I am excited to get to this one just because Brittany loved it so much, so I must love it. The next one I've gone for is Muggle Studies, and that is to read a contemporary. I've gone for one that's been sat on my shelves for a very, very long time, and that is The Summer I Turned Pretty by Jenny Han. I still haven't read To All the Boys I Loved Before, but this one I don't even know the storyline to. I know it's just a cutesy contemporary. It's only a little one, so definitely time to get it read from my shelves so I don't keep looking at it and regretting the fact I haven't picked it up yet. And finally, for the challenges I have to do to be a charms professor, I've gone for Divination, which is read a book that's set in the future. Unfortunately, I don't have the cover for this book. I got it without, but I'm reading Allegiant by Veronica Roth, which is the third book in the Divergent series. Everyone knows what Divergent's about now, so I'm not going to recap it, but I have watched the film for Allegiant. I can't remember how it finished, so I really do need to read this, and I'm hoping to get rid of it, to be honest, after I've read it, because this is just so ugly on my shelves. I bought this, it said it was a new book, and it came without a dust jacket, so I wasn't too impressed. Again, this is quite a chunker, but I have read bigger books in readathons, so we're going to give it a go. So there's quite a lot of books there. What I'm going to do is just whack these all back up on my shelves and read you through the choices I've made for other subjects, which maybe I won't get to, but I have them there if I want to complete more subjects. So the first subject I haven't particularly picked but am interested in is arithmancy, which I think I've said right, but that's to read a book with more than one author. And for that I've gone with Will Grayson by John Green and David Leviathan. I don't know what this is about. I know it's John Green. That's it. It's two authors. It's been on my shelf for a little while now, and I know that everyone's read it, so haven't even looked into what it's about, but it's got two authors. Next one is Care of Magical Creatures, and that's to read a book with a land animal on the cover. I've gone with Going Bovine by Libba Bray. It's obviously a big cow there. Again, this is some sort of, I know it's got mental health representation in it, and that's about it. It's another one of those ones that everyone talks about, but I've never explicitly had an interest in, but now I own the book. We will see. Next is Herbology, which is to read a book with a plant on the cover, and I've gone for Truly Devious by Maureen Johnson. This is the other book that Brittany from the Neverending Reader sent to me, and obviously it's got loads of leaves on the cover. This is a YA mystery style book, and that's all I really know. I did look more into this when I got it from Brittany. I know that I'm going to love it. She loved it. And it's so floppy that just going to love it, aren't I? The next prompt is for History of Magic, and that's to read a book that was published 10 or more years ago. I've gone for The Dead Girl's Dance by Rachel Kane. This is the second book in the Morganville Vampire series, which I'm trying to reread this year, and it was actually published in 2007. Now, to me in my head, 2007 does not sound like that long ago. But it was, so this one fits the prompt. Won't ruin it too much. It's the second book of 15, so a lot happens. But this is about a girl called Claire who goes to university or college, because it's America, and finds out that the town she lives in is controlled by vampires. So It's an interesting series. I absolutely love it. Finally, the last subject is Transfiguration, and that is to read a book with sprayed edges or a red cover if you don't have a book with sprayed edges. So I've gone for One of Us is Lying by Karen M. McManus, which pretty much fills both prompts. It's red sprayed edges. This is, I know this is the first of two. I don't know whether there's a third book coming out. I've heard so many things about this. I've heard that it's like The Breakfast Club add murder. So I am excited to read this. It's just been on my shelf for a little while now, so I would love to get round to it. But yeah, luckily it fits the prompt of sprayed edges. So all of those books I am interested in reading. It was quite hard to pick 5 subjects of my choice for the official Charms Professor prompt, or career rather. But there's nothing stopping me from reading these books instead of those. All I need to read is Falling Through Clouds and Rubbernecker, and they fit my Charms and Defence Against the Dark Arts. So as long as I read those 2, I can qualify to be a Charms Professor. But again, I'm just so grateful to G. She's put so much work into this, and I know it's going to be an absolute blast to do. I'm not sure how I'm going to go about it, because in normal readathons I would vlog them, but as it's a month long, I don't know if you want to see my face for that long. Maybe I can do a couple of like weekly in chunks vlogs and just keep them nice and short and sweet. But really, I don't know. We'll just see what happens. If I start vlogging and if I do like a couple seconds a day, then yeah, I could probably do one massive vlog. But again, it's for the whole month. Who wants to watch a month of me? Like, maybe Lauren, you'll say you want to, but you won't really. So yeah, I will do something for the owls to keep you guys updated in what I'm doing. But to be honest, I am just excited to be taking part. That's all from me today. Thank you for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you in the next one.